But anyway, welcome back to SSDV TV. Suck my meat, motherfucker. I'm the big, buff, and black with one nut in the sack. And guess what, motherfucker? Got the Mac in the back. Hey. You're not gonna, nobody else gonna go?
What the fuck is that?
Yeah, I think it's an ass.
Your man's clipped back, fingers still in the splint, the shit still hurts. Pass this off.
Yo, it's light skinned Barry White. Make sure your girl's keeping it tight, because I'll be in there, alright?
Yo, you just tell everyone you gonna fuck that girl. She gonna be in that tub with that vinegar, making sure that shit snap back for her, man.
I mean, let's just say I always leave him something to remember me by. You know what I'm saying?
More along the lines, you leave the dude with something like somebody else been fucking you, didn't it? My dick can't reach the back no more. But nah though. We're gonna go ahead and get started here.
So much for them notes.
Yeah, fuck the notes, man. Fuck the notes. Alright, so I actually have an issue with a lot of dudes out here nowadays, right? Because a lot of the dudes out here are fucking shit up and making men as a whole look bad. I mean, don't get me wrong, it makes it easier for people like myself or, certain friends of mine to get the pussy, if you will. But it's one of those things where now we have a generation of bitter ass men because they have no idea on what's going on with these women. And what they really lack is the knowledge that women as a whole love to test men. And they test men in the sneakiest and craziest ways one can even think about. Like, do you guys agree with that or not?
Yeah.
Just to put in some context, could you give some examples?
Oh, sure thing. For instance, playing hard to get. That in itself is a fucking test. And a lot of dudes out there do not understand that that's exactly what the fuck that is, right? And what it really boils down to is you're texting a girl or the girl hits you up and whatnot, shows some interest, and all of a sudden stops hitting you up, right? Despite you hitting her up, so on and so forth, you think everything is going good, blah, and now you're just like, what the fuck, right? Well, that ain't shit but a fucking test. And that test is pretty much to see just how desperate your ass is. Like, I'm pretty sure all of us have a story where somebody you was interested in, showed a little bit of interest or whatnot, and all of a sudden pulled away. And then you did not get the girl because you pursued too hard. Or am I the only one with that type of story?
So, there are three reasons, in my opinion, why a girl pulls away. One, she became interested, and then she slowly lost interest because she didn't realize either what she wanted exactly from you, or two, you're boring, she lost interest, or three, like you said, playing games. And women, want the attention. They love to be chased. They love to feel the thrill of the hunt, I guess, whatever.
They feel the thrill of being hunted, nigga.
I mean, nigga, hunted, same thing. It's all a game. Bro.
Hunched.
Hunched, yep, there you go. I'm hunched over right now trying to explain to you why women play games. And men, I feel like, how should I put this? Men, in my opinion, nowadays don't know what it means to have women come to you and work on yourself so you can better your value, so that way you don't have to worry about women playing games. Because women that know what they want, women of high value, won't play these games. I mean, yeah, they like to be pursued.
Bullshit, yes,
but there's a difference, right? What are you talking about?
Yeah, high value women will play these fucking games.
Yeah, what games is that specifically?
Like literally all these test games and whatnot, they'll play those games.
So you're saying all women in general?
All women. I can't name a single woman that doesn't play these games. Name a woman. You all right? Come up with a name. Come up with a woman that you've dealt with or whatever, and I can show you where they play the game.
Well, I mean, the women I've met, I know all of them have played games, so it's.
See,
but
yeah,
I don't know every woman, so I can't say that.
Yes, the fuck you can.
No, just like a woman can't say all men are dogs. Have they been with all men? No. You have not met every single person on this planet, so you can't say that about all people. Now, if you're speaking from a general standpoint, then yes. But if you're speaking towards all, then no, that's not valid. I'm speaking
towards all. It's inside their DNA, it's inside their nature.
I'll go with TJ on this and say I think it's general because all the ones that don't are fucking married.
No, see, already. The reason why they're married is because they play game. All right, so the only ones that don't.
Now you're talking about
no. The only ones that don't are low confidence, low self-esteem women. Those are the only ones that don't play those games because they finally find somebody to latch onto them, and they're not gonna fuck that shit up. They finally find somebody that's interested.
I don't know about that either.
I can't name a single woman that has any type of confidence within herself that does not play games.
The low self-esteem bitches are the first ones that will start playing fucking games to boost their own self-esteem, though.
Nah, see.
As soon as you start giving them something, they'll start fucking with you.
I told you, in their nature.
And I feel like
what?
I told you it's inside the woman's nature. I said the main ones that really would not do it would be the low self-esteem ones. Those would be the only ones that I can say
they do it just as much because that's a self-esteem booster to them. Like literally, the reason that women play those games is a self-esteem boost, period.
Listen.
The ones that have the low self-esteem just haven't learned how to play the game right enough yet to get the boost. But as soon as they figure it out, they're going to be the worst ones.
I fucked a lot of fat bitches in my life. And a lot of these fat bitches have low self-esteem. And you know the reason why I was able to fuck these ugly fat bitches? Because they ain't had no self-esteem.
Okay, so two things. One, what you're saying is, well, no, first you said all women, and then you specified, then you said the woman with low self-esteem and lack of confidence are the ones that don't do it, right?
Those are the ones that's most likely not to, if there is a woman out there that's not going to do it.
So what about the ones that follow a certain religion and they just get, pretty much brought into marriage and then they're raised to idolize the dude? I mean, then what?
What about them?
I mean, you're not.
They'll still play games.
How?
They'll still play games.
No.
I say, come on now. It's in the Bible to not fuck before marriage, and yeah, everyone does that shit.
Oh, okay. So now you're going out of context.
just like with the whole like. I fucked a bunch of fat bitches because
no. Listen,
being able to
they don't play
and them not playing games.
But they had not played games.
They won't play the games before you fuck them the first time.
But they did not play games.
But after you fuck them and they think you're interested, they're gonna be the ones that are playing the games.
And they're gonna be the ones with low self-esteem. Where after I'm done fucking with them, because I'm not gonna fuck you. Gonna play games with me.
Okay, so just to move the conversation forward, I think everyone, not just women, including dudes, kind of test the relationship to see if it's worth it. So everyone does this little testing shit. It's whether or not it's unnecessary. That's the issue that we're talking about. And it's the fact that dudes don't know when to stop chasing and move the fuck on.
Well, the correct thing about stop chasing is dudes shouldn't chase, period. Once you chase a bitch, you're done.
Okay, so what's the difference between chasing and pursuing?
Chasing and pursuing? All right, so let's say that situation I gave you guys earlier, right? Where you hit the girl up and everything else like that, and all of a sudden she stops hitting you up. Goes dark, if you will, right? To chase, hey girl, hi, how was your day? Good morning, so on and so forth. And don't get a single fucking message back. And you're still texting. That's fucking chasing. Being overly fucking, hey, listen, let me tell you about how my day was. Sending 4-page letters to this bitch. It's fucking chasing. Pursuing, you hit her up. She don't respond back to you. All right, on to the next. I'm going to keep moving. You hit her up. You let your intentions be known. And then the ball's in her court. You don't let your intentions be known, and then continue to let your intentions be known, and then continue without any validation back.
But
so what you're saying is overcommitment.
What do you mean?
Overcommitting to a pursuit.
Yeah, that's being desperate. Women don't like that shit.
Okay, but you just said that they want to be like pursued, and they want to test to see how far you're willing to go for the attention.
So they're playing hard to get, and what they're doing is seeing how desperate the man is. That's what the test is. The test in itself isn't to see whether or not you'll pursue her or, see how much you care about her. The test in itself is to see how much you're going to rely on her, where your self-esteem is, where your confidence level is. Because for a woman, if the man is continuously trying, despite her not hitting back, what she sees in her head now is this guy is desperate. I can wrap him around my finger. I can get anything I want from him now. And I don't even have to put out. Dudes get stuck in that shit all the time.
I also think the issue is, as a man, when you're pursuing a woman, I've done this. You shouldn't be texting, pages. You shouldn't be overly emotional. You shouldn't be trying to get to know someone through text or over the phone. Everything should be conducted in a, hey, how's your day going? All right, cool. When's the next time I'm going to see you? And then you make a meeting. One, you get to know that person through their body language, through their appearance.
Through their body, huh?
However way you want to take it.
How she gonna take it?
But as a man, one, you need to lead, right? So when leading is saying that you want to dedicate some time to her and then make that time to see her in person. You shouldn't have conversations over the phone or text messages about a whole bunch of other shit that doesn't involve meeting up. If she wants to, you can indulge her, but at the end of the day, if you're trying to get past the friend zone, I feel as though you need to cut texting and phone calls to a minimum and let her know you in person.
So in other words, sending 3 text messages a day. Good morning, good afternoon, when we meeting up.
Pretty much.
Oh my God, this motherfucker right here.
I mean, I might have a bias too, because I don't like being on the phone. If I'm on the phone, I'm either looking up something on the internet or I'm calling you to meet me somewhere. I don't do that phone stuff. I can't get to know a person through text, bro. I can't, because then when you do that in person, she doesn't get a feel for who you are. All she sees is the words on the screen and what you talked about, and that doesn't set the precedent for...
Set the what?
Set the precedent for what you want and how you want the relationship to go. Because, through text, you can be all smooth and... Bruh,
this nigga bringing up new slang and shit.
Right? I know, right?
I'm about to say, yo, man, I was out that bitch.
I meant to say suave. That's what it was.
I was swerving this bitch. You know what I'm saying?
Swerve.
I was all swerved.
Yep. All right. But no, you can sound smooth as fuck on the phone or through text, and then when you see her in person, you're nervous. You don't know what to do. You don't know how to compose yourself.
Just put your dick out.
That doesn't work for everyone.
That's a rape.
I'm sorry. I'm sitting here at the table with somebody that was in the middle of the conversation, just pulled his dick out and worked for him.
That's neither here nor there.
In the mirror?
No, not fuck yeah.
That's neither here nor there. That was a very situational situation. And I took the opportunity to move forward with it. But that's beside the point. The point is, you should never do that with somebody, one, you're not comfortable with, and two, you don't know. Because that is a charge, my friends. That is a charge. No.
Oh, shit.
But listen, cut that phone communication to a minimum as much as possible. Because I know women need to communicate. They want to say hi, blah, blah, blah. They want to make sure you're in the relationship.
Well, that's what they got female friends for.
But, okay, you heard it from, our previous partners in the podcast where they were like, yeah, I can't go a full day without communicating with my significant other, because if I don't, then I feel like he's not invested in this relationship, and therefore I need to move on. But my thing is this, bro. If you are an adult and you have goals and you're trying to live your best life, people are going to be busy. You know what I'm saying? So, and plus, as a guy, I like to miss you. I don't want to be suffocated. So I don't feel the need to talk to you every single day. Like, I don't even, you know what? I don't even want to send a good morning text sometimes. I just want to be like, yo, this is all me today. This is all me. I'm not even talking to her just to see what the fuck she does. You know what I'm saying? Like, I need mental peace. I want to not think about you for a second to miss you. That's just from a guy's perspective. I don't know about these women, but, you know, I don't do that talking shit every day.
Hell no. So, are you ever down for the chase?
What do you mean?
Like, are you down for the chase? Like, would you chase the situation? Like, basically, like the example I brought up earlier, you know, whatnot. Oh, I'm interested in you, and then pull back. Would you chase? I'm not talking about past. I'm not talking about past. I'm talking about current you.
Current me, probably not.
There we go.
But the thing kind of goes down to, you know, women make getting into a relationship feel like you just got handed a multiple choice test walking into a class, and then there's like an essay portion that you had no idea was on there. You're like, wait, you said it's gonna be multiple choice only. Why is there an essay portion? And it's just like, oh yeah, I'm gonna want to feel like you need me, but not too much. And it's just like, okay, well, what is making you feel like I'm invested? Just like TJ was saying, these people are like, oh, if I don't hear from you once every day, that means we're not in the relationship. I gotta move on. Mm-hmm. Like, what do I need to do for you? Like I said, probably not so much anymore, because I feel like if we're already at that point, in the start of a relationship, it's weird. But if we're in a relationship already, and I'm already doing everything I know is right by you, then me having to prove myself at that point is just absurd.
No, I'm talking about at the start of a relationship, because
most of the time, we're going back to the start of a relationship, probably not then either, because that just it's a leading situation that's going to lead to more of the same at the end of the day.
Yeah,
I think also like two things. One, as a man, you can't make yourself too available, especially when you're first starting to get to know a woman, because then if you're too available, that means you don't have options. That means you're not ambitious. That means you're going to be seen as unattractive.
Yeah,
right?
you put
like
so.
Yeah, it's like that meme. This is like, I'm so glad my man doesn't have hoes. Wait, why does he not have hoes? Am I fighting for a spot no one wants?
Pretty fucking much.
And it's just like, once they realize that shit, they're gonna be like, oh no, I need somebody that I know I gotta fight for, not physically, but you know.
Yeah, like that you're competing for, but at the same time, they don't want you to have hoes to compete with. Like,
yeah, exactly. No, you can't go outside. Why are you wearing them sweatpants?
First things first, if a bitch ever tells me I can't go outside while I'm wearing gray sweatpants, I'm telling her, shut the fuck up, suck a dick, I'm out.
Oh yeah, and then two, it's setting the expectation. Like I said earlier, a man needs to lead, right? So if you're the type of person who doesn't want to talk on the phone 24/7, then don't be talking on the phone 24/7 when you first get to know her. Don't make it so that you're setting up a bad pattern. Yeah, setting up a bad pattern or habit. And then she's like, okay, so you've been doing this since the first time we met, so this is the expectation. Yeah, no, if that's not who you are, then don't do it.
No, so
I'll never be loved.
Oh my god.
So I have to show who I really am at the beginning. I'm fucked.
You won't be fucked. You never know. You might find out one alien out there, like in that Scooby-Doo movie. I don't know. Y'all didn't watch that movie. I probably don't want to watch
Didn't she like die or have to leave? Or
yeah, she had to like leave and like turn to like the moon or the stars or some shit like that. And Scooby was also sad. It's like, man, that's fucked up. Shaggy finally gave himself
a piece of ass. I know which one you're talking about.
Yeah, that's way off topic. But continuing on, like there's a couple of other ways that women like to also test as well. Like along with playing hard to get. All right, so. You guys ever been out with a woman or just being around a woman or whatnot, right? And one moment everything's, yeah, oh, you're so cute. I want to suck your cock and all that crazy shit, right?
That's how that works.
That's exactly how that works. They don't use that voice because it's a weird ass voice. When once you use that voice, it'll be some problems. But no, everything's going good, everything's going smooth, and then out of nowhere, she gets really, really quiet, withdrawal, and pretty much cold. Have you guys ever been in that situation?
Yeah.
No, she might be bipolar. I don't know.
No, I've actually been in that situation a couple of times, and you've been in that situation as well, then, right? Correct. So you've never witnessed this situation or been in that situation. If you say you never witnessed a situation, you're lying something, bitch. Because I know exactly one time.
I've witnessed it, but me personally, I've never been involved in a situation. All right, cool. And if I have, I wasn't there mentally to realize I was in that situation.
So in other words, you just didn't give a
distracted. So
in other words, you passed that test with fucking flying colors. If that's the case.
Oh, actually, no. Now that I think about it, no. I was talking to an ex, and she was like, she came to visit me at work or some shit, and then I had this coworker. Her name was Jen. She was Hawaiian and black. She was flawless looking. I was like, Jesus Christ. Needless to say, I had a crush on her. But I didn't do anything because I respected my relationship. You know what I'm saying?
Bag.
So, that's
not what this is about.
So, I guess I was entertaining her and making her laugh, and she was making me laugh or whatever. And I didn't realize that my girl was in the corner, still there, like looking depressed and shit. I was just like, what? We were having a conversation. It wasn't just me laughing. It was no big deal. But whatever. So I guess you could say I was in that situation without realizing it.
No, that situation doesn't count. That situation, she was salty as fuck that she was giving another girl attention. So that does not count as a test. What I'm talking about is more of a one-on-one thing where... This motherfucker right. Yeah, I did that too. She tried to test me while I was fucking around with another girl. Like, I don't think that's how that goes.
Well, no, because it started out with her coming to visit me at work. And then me and her were talking, and then I guess she saw Jen, and then she suggested that we all go sit down because she wanted to get to know them. So I was like, all right, so it was that's a trap. Me, Jen, Nikki, and
Nikki, just letting you know, I miss you, girl.
Oh my god. And I think one other girl, and I guess she was trying to get the feel for the territory. Me at the time, I wasn't thinking nothing because I'm like, look, hey, attractive women, good time, whatever. We just gonna laugh, whatever. And I guess that was her version of testing me because she was happy at first, and then the moment I entertained any sort of conversation that wasn't her. Then she was like, well, fuck you. Oh, you're a piece of shit.
I'm gonna say that could be a test. I haven't decided school on that one in particular.
Technically it is a test because she wants to see how you act with attractive coworkers. You know what I'm saying? She wants to know that when she's not there, are you actually giving them the time of day? Are you actually tempted to cheat? Or to leave the relationship.
I got you.
But my thing was, how I failed a test, and I kept my little fucking promise ring on the whole time, and I didn't do or say anything. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I was young and dumb. Promise ring, don't do that shit.
You was young, dumb, and full of cum.
Yeah, it's damn straight.
Don't worry, I even did the promise ring shit one time too. But that's neither here nor there. So
I was just gonna jump on and say that.
Not on myself. But yes, I do have a butt plug that I use. Again, on myself.
Well, fuck. I was going to say that TJ's story seems to be different side of the same coin.
Yeah.
Of that same kind of test. Because, usually, in my experience, if the woman flips like that, it's because of something caused the flip to initiate the test. When they get withdrawn, you say something, you didn't react the way they thought you should. So, that's a little bit more on the advanced course of it because, like you were saying, that was because she wanted to see, because she was salty.
Yeah, she was fucking salty.
Not just that she wanted to see a reaction, she was salty as well. But it's still on the same page of things where it's a reaction to a certain event.
Yeah, and after seeing that and hearing the end part there, I can definitely see that being a test or whatnot of, oh shit, will you be involved?
She was looking to see if you noticed her reaction immediately left the conversation you were in
Yeah.
to give her that attention that she was pissed off she wasn't getting.
And to be honest with you, be happy you didn't do that, because that would have spelled bad news for you. And the reason why that would have spelled bad news for you is because, well, at that point in time, you're giving her all the power. And then, you know what they say, give an inch, they take a mile. That's what that would have been like.
Fuck this calculus ass shit, man.
You can't even call it calculus. It's just fucking illogical fucking math.
I think it's a statement that needs to be brought to light is that men are visual creatures, right? We look. If something is attractive, if something is gorgeous, I'm going to look.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I'm not going to stare because that's outright, like, that's a little creepy and that's disrespectful if you in front of your girl.
He doesn't stare, he drools.
Definitely not. That only happened twice. Anyway, yeah, so with that being said, I can see a situation where, you know, you're with your girl one-on-one time, you so happen to look, and then she feels like she's intimidated or she withdraws because she realizes that either the girl's better looking than her or she's insecure and she feels like you might secretly leave her. The thing is, guys, we're going to look. If I wanted that, I would go get it. That's what a man does. If he wants something, he goes and gets it.
You hear that fucking confidence, ladies?
But just because I look, that doesn't mean I necessarily want. And you can't sit here and tell me both sexes don't fucking fantasize. That's a fantasize.
Fantasize.
Wow. Can't speak today. Fantasize. You have your celebrity crush that you would just, you know, bone, no questions asked. I have mine.
I mean, so herpes is involved. I'm gonna ask some questions.
But at the end of the day, we're human beings. We're going to be attracted to other people. That doesn't necessarily mean I'm going to leave the relationship or entertain them. There's a difference. And if you felt like I was going to do that, then why are you in a relationship to begin with? And I think that's another thing too. Guys don't know when to leave. I mean, because we all know women do everything but leave. But it's like,
I mean, as
guys nowadays don't know when to leave women alone. Right? If you're in a relationship, you know she cheated on you. Why are you still in that relationship? If you're in a relationship and she's clearly entertaining and disrespecting you with other guys, why are you in that relationship? Why are you trying to worry about why she's cheating? You should ask yourself, why do you think it's necessary for you to stay there, right? I mean, just because you're not like Will Smith or, you know, The Rock or Jason Momoa, whatever these women want, that doesn't mean you deserve less. People should have their pick of the crop. I mean, looks can only take you but so far. If you have a good personality, you got a good head on your shoulders, you'll land someone. So why stay in a relationship where the woman's constantly testing you in a negative way? You know what I'm saying? Why stay in a relationship when you know she's gonna do the same shit she's always been doing? I guess my neighbor doesn't learn. I don't know. It's really stupid. And then why do you let it get to the point where you feel like you have to put your hands on her? Like, bro, if anyone makes me that mad, I'm just leaving before they even get me to that level. So it's like, I don't understand. I mean, some people have short fuses maybe.
You're not meant to understand, nigga, because if you understood, you'd be in that situation.
That's correct.
Exactly. But moral of the story is, you need to grow a pair, be a man.
That's sexist.
And be a man. Well, I mean, you can grow tits. So how is it sexist? You got to be looking for it, like most of these people do.
I'm not saying shit. You got to look for fucking tits nowadays too. Shit.
Oh my god. But that's what I'm saying. It's like you need to know when to stand your ground as a man and realize you deserve better. You should want better for yourself.
I feel like that's that Tropic Thunder quote right there, where after that big fucking fake shootout, and he's just like, "That's the fucking trailer right there. Like, that's the trailer for this podcast." That argument right there, that was on fucking point. Yeah, there's no reason to get tested so hard you're putting your hands on a female like that. Like, just
Hell
get the
no.
fuck out of the situation.
For real, like I will never understand a motherfucker that does it, and that's a good thing.
Like, I can see like starting to lose your temper and then be like, oh shit, nope.
Now, don't get me wrong. Now, if there's an argument that's happening and I'm trying to leave the argument, I'm trying to leave the fucking place so I can cool my ass down, and you get in my face, you start hitting me and everything else like that. Do not get mad if you get caught with a rock bottom on an RKO. That's not my fault. You kept hitting me. I tried to leave, you wouldn't leave, so RKO, boom, you down.
I mean,
well, I ain't gonna lie, I wouldn't even be in that situation, period. Because women that act like that, to me, are children. And the moment I catch you acting like that, I'm leaving the relationship regardless.
Hell yeah.
I'm gonna pack my shit and I'm gonna say deuces. Because one, I already got enough stress in my own life. Why do I want to deal with added stress? If I'm trying to diffuse the situation, why are you trying to egg on the argument because you want to win, or you need to feel like you need to get your point across?
Because that pussy is just that good, my nigga.
No. There's a difference between being an adult and being a child. That's being a child.
Hell yeah.
I can't have a disagreement, and I'm not even going to say an argument, because the moment you feel like it's about to escalate or voices are being raised, that's when you need to calm the situation down, because that leads to nothing but the negative energy, right? And that's not something people need in their lives. So if I'm in a situation where I'm having a disagreement and I realize her voice is getting a little bass into it, and then I'm gonna just be like, no, we need to stop talking to you so you can calm down.
You gotta define bass, because what's it going like, oh my god, TJ, you're so cute. That type of bass, or?
No, she sound like that. We together. Period. That's a discussion. You can't sound like me and expect me to be with you.
I let my guard down around you and be myself. So are we fucking or not? Oh, hold up.
No.
But though, I'm actually glad you brought up your story and whatnot about the jealousy and whatnot. And the reason I'm glad about that is because, well, that brings us to another test that women like to do. Every woman does a jealousy test, right? Where they want to see whether or not you get jealous. The best and easiest way to deal with this test is simple. Don't get fucking jealous. If you're not chasing to begin with, it's going to be pretty hard for you to get jealous. If you, as a man, already have yourself set up to a way that you're going to want to do, or you have your mind set on a specific goal and you're focusing on that already, it's really easy to fucking avoid this. However, there is a lot of the men that is able to pass this test are slim, believe it or not. And fuck, we can take our neighbor for example.
You fucking fat shaming now?
Oh my god. Yeah. Yes. Speaking of which, only fat people are dying from COVID, but that's neither here nor there. That's off topic.
You mean slim as in slim, or you mean slim as a low number?
But no, though. Shit, you wish the fucking fat, the obese fucking... Never mind. We're not going anywhere. We're not going here that. But women do the jealousy test. And like I said, as long as you focus on what you're doing and whatnot, you'll pass that test easily. Unless you find a bitch that's just fucking retarded like the one I had beforehand. And so, for example, right? In fact, I'll go with my story. I used to date a girl. Her name was Sammy. And in the middle of us dating and everything else like that, she would tell me about how there was a guy that she worked with, and pretty much like the guy would flirt with her or whatever, right? So what she wanted me to do was to get jealous, get upset, storm down in there, give this guy a piece of my mind, let him know that, hey, see that woman right there? That's my girl. And so on and so forth, right? But I hit her with one of my favorite quotes of all time. I'm a man. Men don't get jealous. That's a female trait. No ifs, no ands, or buts about it. And it's just one of those things like, well, aren't you going to, what if something happens, so on and so forth? And I was like, well, if you plan on fucking him, I'm leaving you. Like, that's just all that really boils down to it. Like, what do I have to fear from this man? He can't take you. And if he rapes you, he's dead. So what the fuck's going to happen here?
Okay, so let me put some context in that situation, right? That's not a jealousy test. That's a territorial test, right? women like to be claimed, like to be dominated, right? So if you're her man and another man's trying to intrude on her territory, right?
Your territory.
My territory, right? She wants to feel like you're going to dismiss anything, not because she wants a reaction out of you in terms of jealousy, but because she wants to know that when she's with you, no other dude's gonna dare talk to her, right? So that I don't think that's a jealousy test. Now, mind you, in your situation, you could possibly see it as that. Why? Because one, Sammy was super immature. And I think, like I said earlier, women do test, but I don't think mature women intentionally do a jealousy test.
But they do. Not intentionally, but they still do it. Look, all right, I give another example. You're hanging out with your boys. The girl shows up and everything else like that. You guys already have a back and forth going on, right? You guys are already established in, what you're established in, and, things are going pretty smooth. You know you got her right where you want her, right? But then you see her go and flirt with the other boys. What she's doing in that situation is peeking your reaction to see how you react towards her. Because at the end of the day, she doesn't really want someone that's going to fly off the handle, because if you're getting that jealous that quick, that's because you don't have the self-esteem required to be around her.
Okay, in that case, that is the jealousy test. And that one, I would say, is exactly the jealousy test. That one is the one where she will, for one, she's testing to see how well you think. You're saying if you're with your friends or whatever.
Yeah.
So she's testing how much you trust your friend group and seeing exactly, that's the fly off the handle jealousy test. I think the other one was exactly what TJ said. I think the other one is the territory test. I think those are two different tests. Because if it's with someone you know and you're supposed to trust, it's testing how much you trust the people you keep around you. And if you're going to be a hothead for no fucking reason, that's the jealousy test. I think what TJ said is exact, that if it's someone that you're not around that much, she wants you to kind of puff your chest up and be like, I'll defend what's mine. Not go down there and be fucking crazy about it and get like people fired or whatever the fuck else crazy. Like that part's a jealousy.
You know what?
Am I gonna go down there and start waving a gun in someone's face because someone was like, "Damn girl, your ass is fat"? But I might have threatened to kick an old man down some steps one time. But that's not here nor there. We're not getting into mine because I don't think the statute of limitations on some of that shit is up yet. But definitely if she's talking about a random person at work or whatever, she wants you to be like, what the fuck? Why? Like, hell no. Like,
why the fuck would I do that?
Oh, yeah, and another thing too. Women, if they do the jealousy test, it's within 2 phases of a relationship or pre-relationship. So 1, when you're first getting to know her and she has a lot of guy friends.
Oh, that's when
she'll test you. And then 2, when you've already passed the honeymoon phase, you're not being as consistent as women like to say. And she wants to see if this relationship still has fire. So maybe she might, say some outlandish shit or pretend she's going to do some outlandish shit. Like go out with a whole bunch of dudes and go clubbing and not come home. Just to see if there's any passion within a relationship.
I'm just going to put this right here, right? If she go out with a whole bunch of dudes and not come home that night, my assumption is she got gangbanged and she ain't got no home.
I mean, well, yeah,
that's not being jealous. That's being logical.
That's a fair assumption, but again, we're talking about relationships. People don't think logically. Period. Yeah. And with that being said,
dude, that one white girl I was dating, fucking, oh yeah, don't come over. I'm reading a book. How you reading a book? You got 2 niggas over. Don't come over. Bitch, you getting gangbanged. I'm not fucking hip. I'm not slow to this shit. You already told me you fucked them both.
I mean, well, yeah, we already established she was a hoe to begin with. So I feel as though
I forgot her fucking name. To be honest with you.
That's not here nor there.
Yeah, neither
doesn't matter. But yeah, I think it's those two situations specifically that women would do a jealousy test, quote unquote. But I feel like if they have to do that, they shouldn't even be in a relationship. But again, I'm not a woman.
Yeah.
I don't think like a woman.
You're not supposed to.
So exactly. So with that being said, they might do it as a form of, I guess, test to see if it does,
does rile you up. Let's be honest.
Listen,
bro. You've been in that situation before. I've seen you in that situation before.
That's
Have you not? With multiple ones that try and get you jealous.
Well, first of all, I'm a virgin.
Have you been in that situation before?
Yeah.
So there's truth ringing out to this. That bitches be doing that shit. But like I said, a lot of these dudes, they don't know what the fuck is going on. They just think, okay, what the fuck? I don't know how come she just stopped talking to me, so on and so forth. And it's just like, come on, bro, really? Now we're gonna get to one of my favorites right here. This one has to be one of my absolute favorite tests that women do, and that is the insult. Name a woman that you've been around, that you've been interested in, or has been interested in you, that has not insulted you. No one? No one can name a woman?
Insult? What do you mean, like, insult? Like,
insult?
Like, you mean, like, playfully? Or do you mean, like, straight up said some, like, crazy shit?
A mix.
Yeah, in some ways.
Yeah. What about you?
There's two.
So, to provide a little bit of context with you motherfuckers, right? All right. I want to give an example. Let's say...
Yeah, no, I'll you know what?
Yeah. I was
thinking deeper into it. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I was say let's say you're playing basketball with your friends, or you're having a race with your friends, or whatnot, right? And you just happen to not be as fast as your friends are, right? And it's just like, man, look at this slow ass motherfucker here, or some shit like that, right?
Yeah.
This is just a terrible example, but you get what I'm saying. This happens. Look at this slow motherfucker, and starts comparing you to like the other guys and everything else like that, right? Now, there's two options that you have here. One is, needless to say, to get into your ego, which means you failed the test, right? And two, play that shit off, make it as a joke, do whatever. 9 out of 10, you do that shit, you pass the test. Now, what I mean by that, like, oh yeah, you slow as shit. I was like, and you say something like, yeah, I might be slow out here, but that just means I'm slow in bed too. You know what I'm saying, bitch? Or some shit like that, where, you don't take the insult personally. You take it like water on the wings. That's just how it goes. So you said you've been at, what happened with that?
Oh, just pretty much what you said. Just like playful insult that turned into a repeated playful insult that clearly was turning into a test. So at first I was thinking a different level, like during an argument or something.
Oh no, not like that. Yeah.
You mean like a playful one that repeats itself,
mm-hmm.
The point where it's like, okay, you're trying to get at something here.
Yeah.
Through, what's the saying? You start feeling that maybe a true thing was said in jest type thing. Like, are you fucking trying to be playful and trying to tell me something for real? Yeah, no, that I can completely get on board with. Yeah, and then definitely that one, that is the easiest test to pass of all of these. Because that's the one that for sure the only answer is to blow it off and make no type of attempt toward it at all.
Yeah.
I mean, in all those other tests, like,
there's nuances.
There's nuances that women would want you to react a different way. In that particular time, I don't think there's any time where the right answer would be
to blow up,
to react.
Well, you see, the funniest thing about that is we all see one too many people fail that shit, though.
Yeah, that's true.
That's because they're not being a man, they're not leading. A woman only does what you allow her to do in terms of tests, in terms of how she acts within a relationship. So if you don't tolerate certain things and you're saying, hey, listen, I don't tolerate this, and this in a relationship, and she still does that, then you dismiss her immediately. You don't sit there and allow her to test you in any form, shape, or way. Because as a man, like I said, you lead the relationship, right? So if you don't want something, it won't happen.
Well, you see, the funniest thing about that, as far as you being inside the leadership role within a relationship, it is actually her job to test you, to make sure that you are still, that leader. Because let's be honest here, man. If it gets to a point where you don't test your leader, you start losing confidence in your leader. This is just in life in general. Mm-hmm. And that's just all that really boils down to. But yeah, you're not wrong, though. Your role as the man is to fucking lead. If you're allowing your woman to lead, then your relationship is doomed to fucking fail. No ifs, no ands, or buts about it.
And I want to say something for those people that more than likely will get offended. When I say a man needs to lead, that doesn't necessarily mean a woman needs to be completely submissive and be like a slave. No, what I mean by that is this. A man, in order for a relationship to work, a man needs to be the head of the household. And the woman could be the neck that drives the head. You see what I'm saying?
Fantasia looking boy.
I mean, she said it right, though. She's in a successful relationship because she allowed her man to lead. Every single relationship that involves a woman leading the household, from my experience and from life in general, that relationship has failed at some point. Either the woman has cheated, she has left, or the relationship didn't work because of irreconcilable differences. So with that being said, a relationship could only work if you allow the man to lead, and as a man, you have to lead. Period. And the discussion. So I don't mean that women need to be mindless slaves and do everything a man says. No, that's not what I'm saying. So if you didn't understand that, I'm giving you the context now.
But now though, you know how I said there was two reactions: play it off and fucking blow up, right? Mm-hmm. I was wrong. There's a third reaction. Third reaction is to withdraw and get sad. That also means you fucking failed. But you fell. I can't say you fell worse, but you fell pretty bad when you do that. You're too emotional. Too much.
That I think it would be failing worse, actually.
Like you failed. You failed. Just go ahead and give up that. You failed, right? Now, here we go right here, right? There is another one out there, another test that women love to fucking do. And this one right here is a fucking mind game. And I can't blame people for falling for this one, right? And this one is, simply put, a woman would love, and I repeat, a woman would love to test a man on their word, their morals. And, pretty much on their word and their morals. And what I mean by that is a woman will make you do something that you said you would never do just because she can. That also is a test.
I'm sorry, I'm not getting pegged, so...
Not like that, I mean, a woman would try to convince you for that if they wanted to. Like, if that was your test, they gonna peg you and they gonna leave you. But that's neither here nor there.
I don't know.
And then you got the story about how she pegged you.
I am not Kevin Carter, no.
Oh my God! Ooh, governments. But nah, though, fucking what I mean by that is they'll do some shit like test you on your metal, test you on what you got to say, what your word is, and whatnot, right? So let's make up some bullshit here. Let's say you sit here and tell us, like, listen, I do a lot of things with you and everything else like that, but I refuse to, I don't know, something stupid. I refuse to go putt-putting with you. And then after that right there, she has a mental note of what you just said. Some time down the line, you guys are trying to figure out what you guys want to do for a date night or whatever, and she suggests putt-putt. Now, you're going to be like, fuck no, I told you I don't do that shit. Fuck those clowns, fuck those fucking gay-ass windmills, there's fucking little ball gnomes out there that's going to come out there and fuck you up. Whatever fucking excuse you got for this retarded-ass scenario, right? And she's going to frame some shit like, well, she's going to start saying some crazy shit like, oh, well, you're just being selfish. You never want to do things that I want to do, so on and so forth. All this to twist you and mold you into getting you to do something that you said you would never fucking do. Now, I just use an extreme example, not extreme, a retarded ass example, but I'm pretty sure that you guys within your relationships, your experience or whatnot, has dealt with something where you're like, yeah, I'm not doing that, and the woman continuously tries to get you to do it.
Okay, well, first off, let me say, you said morally, but then you used a hobby as an example.
I said morally and in your word.
Yeah.
I was just saying on your word. So if your word is that right there, like I'm never going to do it, that's your word.
See, okay, so here's the thing, right?
All right, fine. I'll use another example.
No, it's okay. It's okay. What I'm gonna say is that in today's society, women expect the man to compromise, right? No, hear me out. But they misuse that term very heavily, right? So as a guy, I'm not gonna sit here and listen to you gossip, right? I'm not gonna sit here and do girly things.
You're not gonna do faggot shit?
No.
You don't want to get your nails painted?
What? No.
You want to play with glitter?
No. No.
Come on, man. It's just like, hang out with the girls for girls' night out.
So there's a difference between compromising. Let's say, I'll use a more realistic example because we all know there are probably no women that really want to go putt-putting.
All right, I can use an example from my own life, my own experience.
So for me, it would be going to, let's say,
watch a Marvel movie.
That's a whole nother podcast. Yeah, that's a whole nother podcast. It would be like a walk in the park, right? As a guy, if I'm at a park, I'm either running, I'm playing with my cousins, my little baby cousins, or I'm working out. Right?
I don't do at a water park.
I don't do amusement parks either, bro.
You didn't specify, nigga.
I don't do any type of park. Period. End of discussion. Unless we fucking, you know what I'm saying? I'll fuck anywhere. But that's beside the point. Point is, she likes to go for long walks, long romantic walks, and all this other shit, right? So like maybe like once a month, whatever. Not even once a month, like once every 4 months, whatever.
This motherfucker,
right? But to constantly make a guy do something that he doesn't want to do because it appeases you, that to me is what's considered a no-go, right? And dudes think that they have to do this in order to maintain your attention, in order to maintain that relationship, when in reality, you don't, right? As a man, like you said, you say, this is what I'm not going to do, and you don't have to bend, right? She can be like, oh, well, can we do this? And then, you know.
And then you went, bitch, I told you already, I don't do that shit, damn, fuck.
No, what you can do as a man is like, all right, listen, if it's not necessarily something that you're like against morally, then I understand. But if it's like a hobby or something, get her to compromise. It's like, all right, well, so if you want me to do this, this is what you gonna do, because otherwise it ain't happening, right? And again, that's being a man. That's driving the situation to your advantage. That's making sure the relationship is going the direction you want it to go. There's going to be compromise, right?
So
but make sure it's in your favor.
What compromise would you make in order for her to get you to eat her ass?
What does that have to do?
Or in order for her to eat your ass?
Okay, first of all, no one on this planet is coming near my ass. Let's.
No, you just said you gotta make compromises for your relationship. Once every 4 months.
That's not a compromise I'm willing to make, my dude.
Once every 4 months.
No.
You gotta get your asshole licked.
No.
She has a little special mark on your calendar.
Listen. Every time I start anything with a woman, there is a mental contract that is drawn up, and I'm going to start to make it a physical contract. If you come near my ass with the intent of penetration,
or wetting it, what about wetting it,
or licking it, or whatever, you are therefore considered a threat. You are a terrorist, and you need to be eliminated.
What if you quadruple and you need the nurse to wipe your ass?
I'm already old at that point, so you might as well just shoot me.
You don't have shit all the way down your back.
You will be considered a man, and I will punch you dead in the fucking face. Period. No one comes near my ass. I don't give a fuck what situation it is. And if a girl can insist on doing that, then I'm not even gonna fuck with her.
Someone tells me you don't like being handcuffed. Then
okay, see, here's the thing, right? Because too many women play games, and I just said no one's coming near my ass. It better be breakable handcuffs.
You ain't the Hulk, nigga. It ain't gonna be great.
I will be. Come near my ass like that. See what happens. Shit. Hell no.
I thought you said you move breakaway. Ain't moving.
Help! Somebody help me! This bitch! Oh!
Yeah, and you're right. No, I don't like being handcuffed because I watch way too many movies too. Hell no. She can be handcuffed. I can nominate her ass, but she ain't putting no handcuffs on me.
So what? So the butt play out of question here. What compromise would you make for being handcuffed then?
Or not coming near my ass.
You gotta make a compromise, nigga.
That's the compromise. You can put me in handcuffs as long as you don't come near my ass.
Can you trust him?
That's not
like I said, they better be breakable.
As far as the argument's concerned, that part is irrelevant.
But no, we got way off there. The question for you
funny
is,
though.
The question for you is though, like, have you ever been tested in that way?
Yeah, if we're considering it in the way that TJ said it, not something going on my ass, but like as far as being asked to repeatedly do something that they know you don't want to do, just to see if they can keep doing it, then yeah.
Just to see if they can wear you down and do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm about to say it's like you know, if you do
that can be as simple as going, you know, to a store, and it might just be, you know, sometimes you don't mind, but a lot of times you do mind, and then they keep expecting a certain
outcome, if you will.
But I think out of all the tests, that's not really a test that's necessarily negative in a sense, because you just said you always have to test the leader, right? Mm-hmm. So that's just a way. Like there is tests just like that can be taken in a negative situation. But I think that test in general isn't necessarily negative. That example, that test, isn't what drives dudes to either think they have the illusion of needing to chase the woman or
no. So what that test actually does
is reliant, I would say, on the reaction. This one is completely reliant on the reaction after the answer has been given.
Yeah. So this test here,
if it's a constant thing. And like, no is accepted or no is rejected. Either way, the reaction of the woman. How am I trying to put this? If she makes a passive aggressive ordeal out of the fact that you wouldn't give in to the request, is what makes this a toxic.
You don't
test.
need to be in a relationship then.
I'm just saying,
but
I'm just saying that's what makes it a toxic test. Because you were saying that's not always a test in that way, but I would say the reaction after the answer is given is what determines if this is in the list of like the toxic tests or not.
No, so I would personally just say that it's a bad test in general. It's not the simple fact of the matter is that, you know, the way that I see it when a woman does this and whatnot, like I said, she's testing you at your word. She's testing you on your values. You know, if you say that you're not going to do something, and she can get you to do it.
I feel like we're still getting we're still getting muddied by this like moral thing. Like,
no. I said values this time.
But like,
values.
I mean,
it's like I said, it's literally one of those things where if she can get you to go against what your values are, if she gets you to go against your word, then she can get you to do anything.
Okay, give us a quote unquote toxic example of that.
What do you mean? Like basically anything. So like. Here's what it is. Here's the reason why it's toxic, or quote unquote toxic. Here's the reason why it is quote unquote toxic, right? Uh-huh. Like any example that, like the first example, that still is considered, in my personal opinion, to be. I'm not using the word toxic. It's toxic for fucking faggots. It's a gay ass buzzword. It's a bad fucking shit, right? Mm-hmm. The reason why is because at the end of the day, the way that I see it is you're testing me at my word. If I give in to you, then that means that you now have the power within this relationship to make me do things that I personally find detestable.
Okay.
Such as going out on girls' night. I don't do that shit. Such as doing certain things, like I said earlier beforehand. Oh, let's play with glitter. Let's play with this. I'm not doing that shit. Right? So things like that. If you can get me to do that, you can pretty much get me to do pretty much anything, and then I become putty in your hands, you lose interest.
Exactly. That's why it's a necessary test. That's what I'm saying. So if a woman likes a dude, right, and she wants to find out if he's the right one for her, that test is obviously necessary, right? Because then she feels like she's wasting time in the relationship if she doesn't do that test, right? And it's a pretty much necessary test. Now, if it's happening on a repeated basis, then no, it doesn't become necessary at that point. But every once in a while, yeah. And if you have doubts, which everyone does in any relationship, that's a good way to go about making sure that you're still validated within that relationship. So if I'm speaking from a woman's standpoint, if
you're a woman,
no. What I try to do is put myself in other people's shoes.
You
right?
can't put yourself in a woman's shoes. You cannot.
You can. I could look really weird.
Yeah, exactly. No, but I'm trying to understand their ideology.
You can't. You're not a woman. You're too logical. See, for men, 2 + 2 = 4. For women, 2 + 2 = fish.
I still think you can see
but as someone who likes to understand human behavior, man or woman, I could try to see why they would come up with this. It's a cause and effect thing, right? So if there's a problem that arises, you try to figure out the cause of it. That's the cause of it. That's all I'm trying to do. I'm not trying to put on no heels and be like, I'm a pretty bitch. No. All I'm saying to you is they would probably do this test to validate whether or not he's quote unquote manly enough to still be with. Period.
Oh, okay. Because, I got you. Yeah, I got you.
That's what I'm saying. Women do that to make sure that they're with who they want to be with.
Yeah.
Now, but like I said,
I was hearing something completely different. I don't know what the fuck I was hearing.
Bro, I mean, I already told you we don't watch the same shit, bro. We don't hear the same shit. But yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like I feel as though as long as that's not taken repeatedly and there's passive aggressive undertones, whatever the fuck, then it's fine. But once that happens and it's on, she's really trying to touch your manhood. I don't think at that point she's trying to validate the relationship. I think she's more so trying to pick at you for not being what she wants you to be.
All right, define touch your manhood, because you just had a whole conversation about your butt taken.
You just said going out on girls' night.
Okay, cool. Because I'm about to say, if you're talking about testing your manhood as in that pegging shit.
No.
Why do we keep coming back to that?
Because reasons, that's why. And
that's or that's like, getting a guy to do what is quote unquote like feminine, which is like sit around with girls and talk about, other people. Like, oh, or talk about her day, but in like how she would talk to her girlfriend.
Female friends.
Yeah. Right?
Dude,
if she's getting you to do that, then obviously she will lose interest because you're not seen as manly at that point.
Dude, I tell my girlfriend on a daily basis, I'm not a faggot. I'm not doing that girl shit you be doing with your female friends. Like, I do some other shit with you. I'm not doing that girl shit though.
Like I said, if that's not what floats your boat, if that's not how you rock, then again, you have to leave the relationship.
Mm-hmm. Ooh, so check this out, right?
But before you do that, what was the whole purpose of bringing up all these tests? Like, are we trying to figure out a solution to help these people? Like,
yes, that's exactly what it is. Or not to bring up a solution, because the solution for these tests, as simple as can be. You get the cold shoulder, the acting cold. Be nonchalant about it.
I think the simplest answer we can gather from all this and talking about the experiences is, if anything comes from this, is to validate someone who's going through the experience and wants to understand if it is a mind game or not.
Yeah, so what it is like he said, validate the experience for one. For two, actually give them our thoughts or our beliefs on the reasoning behind these tests.
And three, realize that women are humans. They are not gods. They are not goddesses. They are not above you.
Unless they're on top.
So, with that being said, you can have anyone you want, right? Not literally speaking, But if you want a relationship,
nigga, yes, literally speaking, you can have anyone you want.
Shorty,
First of all, Shorty on the runway and Shorty off the block, same bitch.
I'm sorry, I can't get the Zendaya right now, so that's neither here nor there.
Have you tried?
Different states, my nigga.
Exactly. That doesn't matter. You haven't tried.
But anyway, what I'm saying to you is this, right? If you're in a relationship where you're not being respected, you're not being treated well, or she's clearly uninterested, then don't follow, don't chase. The whole point is that you need to know the value of you and don't put women on pedestals, because women are people just like us. There's nothing special about them. We're all humans, right? So with that being said, know your worth. Don't tolerate bullshit. Lead a relationship. And if you feel like you're being disrespected or you feel like you're not getting what you're worth, leave.
Exactly. But no, though. So as far as these things go, right?
Let me bring one other point out.
All right.
This is an interesting one.
Papa John's is better.
Suck a fat dick. First things first, that's pretty damn gay.
Idea, by the way.
First things first, that's pretty gay. Tell us how you like this man named Papa John. Let me guess. Next you gonna see like 5 guys. My bad. What were you gonna say?
I actually had like an actual like point to bring out.
He started it.
You don't have to start making it gay though. What would you say about a guy who tries to play these same games with a girl?
He a bitch.
Well, I'm gonna give the girl advice the same thing that I gave the guys. Guys aren't above you either. We are all.
I'm the leader.
Okay, that's
not. I'm talking about in a literal standpoint. Like they're human just like you. They're not perfect. Yeah. So with that being said, if you're in a relationship where you're being disrespected or you're not being treated to your value, then leave. Why stay? Because you don't want to be alone, because you don't want to start over? No. It's better to be alone and work on yourself than to be in a relationship that's going to bring you down. Because at the end of the day, that's wasted time you can't get back. And when you get older, or when you just think about it with your girls, whatever the fuck, you're going to be like, damn, I regretted that shit. And also, I need people to listen to advice and then take their own advice, right? Because like...
What are you, Dr. House?
I mean, hey, I tried, bro.
I'm attacked.
So, if a friend is giving you advice about the relationship from their perspective and they feel like you shouldn't be in the relationship and you value their opinion, then maybe you should take a second thought to listen to it. Because I've been in too many situations where I've told friends they shouldn't be in a relationship, they go back to it, and then they're the ones like, hey, you were right. Da, da, da.
And you see, but you're using that from the male's perspective. As far as women go, I don't know if women can actually trust their female friend's perspective, because a lot of these females out here, they on some sabotaging shit. And they don't know how to choose friends, just like they don't know how to choose men.
Well, but see, here's the thing though. Women are catty with each other, but when it comes to men, they're quick to tear them down. So even though y'all might not be friends, she'll be quick to tell you, nah, you can do better because that nigga ain't shit.
That's what I'm saying, though. But the thing is, she's fucking miserable. You can't... So a fat bitch over here telling the skinny, pretty bitch who can get any nigga she wants.
Well, that's what I meant by if you value their opinion, right?
But because again, fucking since childhood, she's gonna value that opinion. It's like, okay, now you let this fucking single bitch ruin your shit. You gotta be careful who you get your information from too. And like, or
that's
even
what I mean. That's what I mean. Right?
Yeah.
So you can be friends with whoever for however long, but if they don't have what you want, because a lot of women want what women they idolize have, mm-hmm. right? If they don't have what you want, why are you listening to them?
Because they're fucking losers. But no, let's get back here on topic here.
Let me just hit one more thing on like the flip side of this, because I feel like we might have some female listeners, and I'm just curious how all this applies the same way. I'm just curious if you had a situation or heard about a situation where a guy was pulling like the exact same like chasing game that we talked about, like one of the first points, where he was constantly like pushing toward the girl and then pulling the same withdrawal thing, and then to the point that he's like blocking the girl and stuff just to see how like pissed off he can make this girl.
I'm gonna put it to you like this right here, right? Unlike niggas, bitches have a shit ton more options. Where one nigga don't want to do shit, another nigga is quick to be thirsty. Another nigga is quick to drop anything and everything he's doing to come sniff her fucking feet. Let's be honest here. I've seen it. Like I bowled with a girl who had a nigga legit tell her that if she had a dick, he would suck it if it's hot dog flavored. Ew. That's the weirdest shit I've ever seen.
I remember being told that too. All right, well, I mean, I feel like I've added enough to the point.
But yeah,
just to kind of throw out there that we're talking about from the guy's perspective.
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean that it's any better if it's on the other side. Like, you know. But I like TJ had been saying, let's just be adults and be done with it.
Yeah. Now then, so for the guys out there that are going through this shit and whatnot, I do want to let you guys know the 3 big reasons why they do this shit, why women do this shit. Number 1, they want to test to see if you're actually going to be a man. And by being a man, what I really mean by that is they're checking your emotional strength and your confidence. That's what the cold shoulder test is all about. That's what the chasing shit. No, not the chasing shit. But that's what the insulting is all about. That's what the jealousy test is all about. They're testing your confidence and they're testing your emotional strength. Because despite what women tell you, I want my man to be sensitive. I want my man to be emotional. I want my man to be in tune with his feelings. Bitches don't want that shit. I can't name a single woman that would get that shit and last a month with a man like that. She's going to sit there and look at this neutered motherfucker and come up with ways to belittle him and cheat on him. I seen this one show about this one bitch who had her man so fucked up that he was allowing this dirty, nasty bitch to make him and his friends lasagna in a goddamn dishwasher because she didn't want to fucking use the gas bill. You don't question these things. She was doing dishes and made lasagna in the dishwasher. She was reusing spaghetti water to do all this shit. Like, it was fucking ridiculous. Like, the bitch was nasty. I don't like it when your friends come over and watch the game. When the game goes commercial, just turn the TV off.
As a person of partial Italian descent, she should be burned as a witch.
But yeah, though, so that's that. They want to check your emotional strength and they want to check your confidence. Second thing they want to check is your thirst level, how desperate you are. And you get that from you get from the cold shoulder and the shit where you have to chase. If you're fucking chasing like nobody's fucking business, you're fucking thirsty. She has a whole bunch of other dudes. She has at least 4 other dudes doing the same exact damn thing that's chasing her right now. That's the reason why when you chase, you fail. She found herself another one, right? And the third one, and this one here is the kicker, right? And this one is the one that we all agree on. We can all agree on. The biggest reason why they do this, in my personal opinion, is to check for the ulterior motive. Because at the end of the day, a lot of dudes out here are not what they say they are. A lot of dudes out here, they'll fake the confidence. They'll fake anything and everything they need to get to that pussy. I know so because I did the same thing. Right? What's up?
You're going to get fucking assassinated giving this secret out. You gotta stop.
But no, that's pretty much what it boils down to. So a lot of women do this because they have the notion, they know that there's dudes out there that will be that chameleon to get to that pussy, right? So they throw out these tests and whatnot to make sure that you are who you say you are. But like I said, that's just the way it is. So I'm just letting you dudes out there that's struggling know exactly what it is. If you want to pass these tests, the best and easiest thing to do is be confident. And I know that can be hard for some of you weak motherfuckers, but that's neither here nor there. I ain't mean to call you weak. But be fucking confident, motherfucker. And don't fucking chase. The biggest thing is don't fucking chase. You chase a woman, you'll never get her. She's like a fucking dog at that point. You'll never fucking get her. You ever chase after a dog that wants to play?
No.
Oh, well, I chase after dogs that wants to play. Those of you that have played with dogs, you understand. Dogs out there playing, you chase it down, it runs away. You chase it down, it runs away. Yeah, true.
No, that means she's for the streets.
But not that's the reason why I'm using a dog reference, right? But no, you leave it alone for long enough, it'll wonder why you're not chasing it and come back to you. That's just the way it is. And, you know, like I said, I just feel bad whenever I see dudes in this position that I once was in. Because I didn't know any fucking better. No one taught me this shit. I had to learn this shit the hard way. You know? But what do you guys think that I'm accurate in my assessment or no?
It makes sense, yeah.
This nigga over here watching fucking Pornhub and shit.
Yeah, I'm watching Pornhub with two dudes right next to me on mics.
Bro, we know a guy that actually decided instead of watching Tropic Thunder, to watch a girl twirl an apple in her ass at a fucking party full of dudes.
Yeah, that's a true story. And I've also had that. One of the same dudes that was involved in watching that one time go dark. We thought he fell asleep on Xbox, and then literally me talking to another dude in the party. He's just in there, silent. Comes back on the mic. It's like, I think my mom just caught me masturbating. And we're like, wait, what? He's like, yeah, man, I think she just walked in the room.
You're gonna party with us.
You're gonna party with us. You had a headset on the whole time? It was muted, you couldn't hear me? Wait, but you could hear us? Well, yeah, but you couldn't hear me. Just, no.
But do you agree with the assessment though, TJ, or nah? Your ass wasn't paying attention.
I wasn't paying attention.
This motherfucker right here, yo.
But what's the gist of what
He's
you were
testing
saying?
you.
He wants me chasing down. That's all it is.
Hell no.
He went cold all of a sudden. This was point two.
Exactly. Nah, I was saying that women do the assess and whatnot, check for emotional strength and confidence.
Oh
they,
yeah,
they do that to check your thirst levels, see how desperate you are.
The fucking bad part about all this is, I feel like yes, there's a point where doing that is going to fuck you up. Obviously, like you said, that you're going to be putty in their hand or whatever. But I also feel like some of these have a very nuanced response. Where they want you to try a little bit, like where you're like you're playing that Mario Party game where you're blowing up the fucking balloon. You gotta get it as big as possible without it popping. But I feel like they're doing that shit where they want to see like, oh, he'll defend his territory. Oh, he'll chase me. But if he chases me too much, then that's a fuck up. If he gets belligerent in defending his territory, that's not attractive because he's flying off the handle.
Yeah.
So I mean, but I feel like overall
but you get the gist of it.
I just want to throw those nuances in there because it gets weird sometime out there, people.
Yeah, it does, but it's literally one of those things where
the simplest takeaway is respect yourself and don't make an ass of yourself. You'll start feeling it when you know you're doing too much.
Fucking exactly. And with that, I want to thank y'all for listening. I'll catch y'all niggas next time.